welcome back to our art studio. So for this project, we're going to talk about filling up our drawing space and covering up with flowers and leaves. It can look something like this. And take a look at the flowers, the different size shapes that we have, and you don't see any white spaces. So we're going to do a full-on illustration. So I can't wait to show you a demonstration on different ways to draw the flower. So I'm going to use a marker to start out with my drawing. Notice how I have a scrap sheet of paper right here. I don't like to add marker marks or accidentally color my table or surface. So if you have a scrap sheet of paper, go ahead and put it underneath your drawing. And the first step we're going to do to draw a flower is to start out with a circle. And then there's different ways to draw a flower. You can make it round like this, and you go all around the flower shape, kind of like a backward C. And then you can also fill the small spaces if you like to add some variety. Make it like this and just keep going. And another way you can draw a flower is you can draw a circle, and you can make it pointy, kind of look like a sunflower. So let's go up, and then from here to here, I like to draw dots, and then you can also draw with your fingers to know where you want to go. So from here, go ahead and curve right here. And then the same thing when you do from here to here, okay? So from this circle, you go, I want to make it like this tall, so down, and then you go up. The same thing right here. Maybe I want it this big, this long, and then you curve all the way where the circle is. And then the same thing, maybe I want it this big. Oop. And then down. And then you can cover the spaces as well. So down, down, up, down, and then you see where this is. So curve where the line is. And then from here, curve up and draw where this line is. So that's one way to draw the flower. And you can also add the details by adding some lines. And the same thing right here, you can curve lines 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can do curved lines, or you can add little lines and dots right here. You can add some dots if you like to make it look interesting. And another way to draw a flower, there's different ways. You can do a circle, kind of make it like a heart. So curve, and then from here, curve down. So same, curve, and then I will make a little curve down right here, kind of look like a heart. And same thing, curve, down. It takes some practice. This is actually my first time drawing a flower this way. I just came up with it. So you are welcome to come up with some different ideas for your flower. And when you draw your flower, think about the size of your flower. So notice how the size of this flower is kind of like the same size, right? Maybe I want to do a flower that is maybe a little bit bigger to make it a variety. So I'm going to do a circle. You can draw another circle right here, and I like the curve one. So curve, that's going to be behind, curve, kind of like that. There's my flower. And then you can also add some shapes and line designs for your flowers. And then you can also make it really small as well. So think about the size of your flower, and maybe you want to draw some leaves from your flowers. You can do that as well. To draw the leaves, you can do a line right here. Same thing when you drew this. Go down. Then you can draw a curved line right here. And then you can kind of make it like a V shape, like a V. Or you can do another curved line right here. And then you can alternate the lines if you like. However you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the flowers different size shapes and add some leaves to it and make it very colorful. And my goal is to color the whole space and leave no white space. If you want to leave white space, you can leave white space like for your pattern if you like the circle right here can be a white space, but don't leave this empty. Fill it out with flowers. It's going to be your own flower garden. So you can leave this white, but don't leave a whole chunk of your paper white. You need to fill it up with flowers and have fun with it. What I like to do when I draw, I like to turn on some music and listen to some songs I like. And it's relaxing, and try it out. Try out turning on some music or something that relaxes you, and draw away. Finish my flower drawing. Notice how I fill up the space with color. You don't see a white space near the flower, so everything looks completed. This is a completed illustration or drawing. Notice about the size shapes of flowers. You have some small, medium, large, and think of some flowers overlapping one another, and maybe some flowers coming out and it's not a complete flower. That is okay too. Have fun with this drawing. Be creative. Find different ways to add patterns with your drawings, or maybe ways to add color with your drawings. Notice how I blended the orange and red. I think they look really nice together. And play around with some shapes and some flower designs, and I can't wait to see your flower drawing.